For the past few years, gender nonconformity has been a hot topic inside and outside the LGBTQ community. And tomorrow at the Brooklyn Museum, for one night only, you'll have a chance to see how this conversation plays out in the context of couture. Well, it's the third annual New York Fashion Week runway event showcasing queer fashions as an intersection of race and gender equality. And if that all sounds like taking on a lot, the organizers say it's supposed to.
From Dapper Q Magazine, which is presenting the show, we have Deeba Zivari, associate producer of the event and brand ambassador to Dapper Q. Welcome back to BK Live.
Thank you.
Here for the first time is an LA-based designer duo who will be featured on the runway at the museum. We welcome the co-owners of Stuzo Clothing, Stoney Micheli. Thanks for coming to the studio.
Thanks for having us.
And her partner in business and life, Uzo Ejikeme. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. Deeba, let's start with you. A little background. Tell us about Dapper Q and how you got involved in Fashion Week.
So Dapper Q in 2009 was begun by Susan Her and now is taken over and owned by Juanita Dolce Vita. And in 2009, we hadn't started with fashion shows yet. It was a space to allow for masculine presenting women and trans-identified individuals to support one another, to find out about style, and to feel a safe space. And in 2014 was our first Brooklyn Museum fashion show. And we started with Unhealed, then the next year Verge, and now Identity, ID we call it, Dapper Q ID. So we're going to be talking about identity and what that means to fashion and the queer community.
All right, third time the charm at the Brooklyn Museum because we're pulling in some West Coasters now.
Yeah,
what are you guys getting ready? Right, what are you guys getting ready to show us besides these lovely ensembles which came from your own label?
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Well, the name of the collection is, we call it X, because it's like it has a lot of different things as far as that pertains to what's happening today and the things that we want to see happen for our future, for people of color and for people in the queer community. So something to uplift. So anything that we have now, we already have out. It's not, you know, we're not wearing anything that's in the show. Okay. But we're really excited about it. Yes, yes. Of course. So we're really excited about that. We worked really hard. We think it's our best collection so far.
Awesome. Stoney, how long have you guys been at it?
We've been at it for about 6 years now, since 2010.
Very cool.
Yeah. So we're actually from New York.
What?
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Yes. It feels good to actually show in our hometown. So this is going to be amazing for us.
You got brought back the right way.
Yes, definitely.
How many other designers are going to be in the show, Deeba?
So there's going to be 7 designers, and actually this is the first year that we have representation from London, from LA, and from New York. So we're bringing some international style to the stage. Cool. And each designer of the 7 is going to have in total over 60 models. Oh, wow. So we're going to have quite a number of impressive looks.
So guys, let's have a little bit of the conversation about the clothes and what clothes do for us, right? Because it's not just modeling, right, or wearing. We talk about it. It says stuff about us, and it starts discussions. How do you guys define gender non-conforming fashion? Like, what does that really mean, and what are you hoping to really say in the show?
Well, for us, I think gender, it's really important to sort of wear the things that make you happy. So when we first started, we were kind of trying to figure out what to present, what to put out there. And we decided, we tried a few things, and then what actually ended up helping us on our journey as people and as designers is that we ended up creating pieces that actually catered to us. We started designing for ourselves because there was a need for pieces where we really don't want to just go into the men's section to buy pieces that we wanted to wear because it's, you know, clothing should not be, doesn't have any sex organs, so it shouldn't be solely for just men or just women. There should be a place where you can go and be able to get something that kind of makes you feel good about yourself. So that's what we ended up doing. And now it's so important. We get a lot of people that that are helped by the fact that we're able to create these pieces that help them feel good about themselves. Yeah, so, you know.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
yeah.
I was there last year, so I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask Deeba, what separates this event apart from other things you could go to on a Thursday night, or even anything that's part of Fashion Week? There's definitely a
Absolutely.
different sense of electricity in the room.
I love that question, and actually it's on the opening night of New York Fashion Week, which is tomorrow. It's going to start at 6, and then the runway is at 7:30. That is a wonderful question because there's an exhibit right now on African masks, and when I was thinking about it, you know, the whole idea of the exhibit on masks is what are the masks that we wear, and what does that tell different parts of ourselves, and really Dapper Q allows people on stage and off stage to be themselves, and it's not just about exhibiting and celebrating, but allowing people and inviting them to examine critically, like, what does it mean to express your identity and to be yourself, like Stuzo is representing.
Phenomenal. We are so out of time. I hope that was enough to whet your appetite until 6 o'clock tomorrow. Get there early so you can get a seat. Or stand and look cool. It's a happening.
Be yourself
Right.
and celebrate tomorrow night.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so
BK
much for
Museum.
joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Pleasure.
Break legs
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.